We're live. Back for game 2 of 3. Day 2. Halifax Prep, GTA Prep, East versus West. New rivalries being born every day, and this is a matchup to watch. What you just saw there. And GTA Prep, scrappy squad. These are two teams that are going to be fun to watch and match up really well, don't they, Elias?
Absolutely, guard-oriented on both sides, and you know there's some Halifax, Nova Scotia talent. DeAndre Reddick is somebody that these guys wanted to play against. They wanted to go at him, and he's one of the best guys in the league right now. Heavily under-recruited, in my opinion.
Okoye, nice basket. Janian Simmons started it off. Nice, too. Get everybody up to date on the new people on this squad.
Janian, special last night. Yet to see if he could shoot the 3 ball at all, but his slashing ability is something that stuck out for sure.
Another name we got comfortable with yesterday, Okoye of Halifax Prep. And there's Janian Simmons battling. Throws it up. A couple of matchups to watch here. You mentioned the guards, and obviously one of them, DeAndre Reddick, going to be, out of Nova Scotia, going to be guarded by got a little distracted right there. But yeah, one of the matchups, Jaron Johnson D'ing up DeAndre Reddick. And what's interesting about that, I mean, both of them from Nova Scotia. You'd mentioned kind of the maritime connection on both these squads. Head coach David Cooper with a maritime connection as well, having played pro out east here. Amazing to see the connections coming back around. It seems like every time someone walks into the gym here, there's some big hugs. And wow, that was unbelievable. There was nobody on the rebounding lines for GTA Prep because they were talking things over. And off the missed free throw, it came right back to the sole player that was there. Considering how Halifax Prep came out in their game against Crestwood yesterday, quite a different minute and a half here today.
Absolutely. Night and day.
What? Tough move.
And I'm looking at the body of Jervon Davis, 0-0 in the white and red. And he's really transformed, man. He was a little on the huskier side last year. That's him on the tip-in.
Yeah, it looks like maybe he just stretched that out. He stretched that weight out over a little bit more height. He looks taller as well, but you're right.
He looks entirely different. Yeah. Kudos to him on whatever he's doing.
And kudos to the GTA Prep staff. I mean, these guys get these kids ready.
Yeah, you look at the development of David Cooper over the years with KC, with DeAndre Pierre, that is, who's at York University, AJ Lawson. All of those guys added something new to their package probably on a quarterly basis.
And this year, the focus is going to be on the backcourt of Josh Houghton and DeAndre Reddick. What kind of transformation are we going to see with them as well?
And for any coaches who are watching right now, you want to pull the trigger on guys like this now, because come midway through the season to the end of the season, they are going to be very heavily recruited.
And there you go, Jaron Johnson to Youat. And I mentioned this morning to Jaron, came off the bench yesterday. That's something new with this squad, and he fessed up to me. He just said I was late for practice.
Yep.
Coach had me come off the bench. He explained why he was late. He's like, doesn't matter if my phone was on silent. That's on me. And, owned up to it. And that's the type of accountability we like to see across the league. We don't manage these teams, obviously. They simply play in our league, but, we keep tune in everything that's happening, and it's interesting to see these players growing as young men, not only on the court, skills-wise, talking about off the court as well.
Jervon getting a little testy.
Yep.
Got to keep that temper in check.
The officials have been on that right away. They know that these teams, this is some high-level basketball, but what comes with that a lot of the times is that testiness.
I think it's on the players, Jason. I think they got to be a lot more in control of their emotions.
But they're not used to that level a lot of the times. That's what we try to do in the NPA, right? Bring it to a level of professionalism. What's going to be expected at the next level from you as a player, we're trying to instill at this point. And they're going to count it. Jaron Johnson, basket in the bump.
Carved through the defense, took the contact, switched direction, and gets the finish.
We talked about Brandon Muntu and what's expected from him as a leader on this squad. And Muntu obviously a much more vocal leader, but Jaron Johnson is a guy who can lead by example. Like, very quiet kid, but with the way he plays, the way he brings it, and you just saw it after that basket there, his teammates really appreciate him. Corner, Reddick leaned in on that one a little bit. That didn't look too pretty. I expect this to be a tight game throughout. Two teams obviously haven't seen each other. In transition, throw it down. Joshua Houghton getting up to throw down. Put that on the mixtape. Nice look. Send it back, forcing it. GTA Prep swallowed him up on D, yep. Had some steps. Muntu running off the screen. Wow, that's deep. Off the mark. GTA Prep on the run. Ethan Pasley. Ooh, crossover jumper. Ethan Pasley.
Hey, you want to talk about a guy that nobody really pays attention to but is a huge difference maker? Pasley came off of a strong preseason, also an NPH Showcase MVP in the Kitchener-Waterloo area. That boy can create.
Strip back the other way, keeping it himself. Steele and basket on the other end. One of those other names we'll be looking at this year, Najai and Simmons.
Christo's got to be ready, man. He had the easy finish on that.
Surprising game from Ugodo last night. Even his coach was surprised by the numbers he put up. Not ungodly numbers, but really surprising with what he chipped in. He had a big third quarter. I think he had at least 10 points in that quarter. Muntu. Nice
Good look
pass.
inside, man.
Ooh, better hands. Reddick.
Now, Jay, there's not a lot of guys that can make that entry pass right on the money, and you want to get it over the shoulder of the defender and over the shoulder of your offensive man, but in a position for him to take one, not even take a dribble actually, just go right up with it. And that's one thing that Brandon Muntu does extremely well, placement passer.
You look at this GTA Prep squad, and first thought out of everybody's mouth is, man, they don't have an awful lot of size. And the second thing usually out of their mouth is, yeah, but they are scrappy.
We got Julian Luell checking in for Halifax Prep. Should have had a buzzer there.
No. That's the table. (10-7) lead right now for GTA Prep. Fresh in the game is Luol. Halifax Prep, they roll deep as well. Interchangeable parts as best they can. A lot of length, a lot of speed, a lot of athleticism. Good defense there, but I think didn't allow a landing space for Houghton.
Yeah, Janine's got to be a lot smarter on the closeout there. It's good on him for asking the referee, what to make in terms of adjustments. But the way that he closes out on him with 1 foot out, 1 arm out, high chance that the ref's going to call that. You want to come out with a stutter, both feet out, both hands up. There's Houghton making the first. Two for two for Houghton, 1 more to go.
A reminder, we're here at the East National Session. We had NPH National Scout Elias Sabate, who's alongside me right now. He was in Winnipeg, Manitoba last weekend, taking in our divisional session right there. Oh, nice move. Jaron Johnson busted ankles, finishing. He's coming out with a bit of a personal edge after coming off the bench yesterday. And our next session will be our national session where all of our teams will be in attendance in the nation's capital in Ottawa, hosted by back-to-back defending champion Canada Top Flight Academy. And I know the rest of our league is tuning in and watching these games, hungry to get their own spotlight in Ottawa. Can't wait to see you all there. GTA Prep on the run. Hard dribble, but went up just a little too soft, front rim and out. Passley with the rock. Onto the wing, working it into the corner. Back up top, Passley, 14 on the shot clock. Baseline drive and floater, no good. Houghton came up empty, GTA Prep. Julian Lawal at the line.
Andrew Robinson, class of 2022, checking in right now. This is the first we're seeing of him in the NPA. And then we got the younger Izagu Benjamin also coming into the game. His older brother graduating from GTA Prep in the NPA last season and is now a freshman at the University of Texas El Paso. Also graduated from this GTA Prep team, AJ Lawson at South Carolina. Hafith Moalen out in British Columbia. DeAndre Pierre, I should say, at York University.
Halifax Prep out in the open floor. Ooh, forcing it. Yeah, that's an offense. Oh, no. Good call on, not on the offensive foul. I mean, the defender wasn't set. I just think when you're forcing it like that, you're asking for a whistle. Pass went off the head, out of bounds. Inbounding for GTA Prep, Scotty Austin.
Benjamin powers his way inside. That's a good move. He's
Nice
picking up a
touch.
little bit from his older brother.
Ooh, nice little in and out dribble there. Tavon Downey takes it to the basket for the and one finish.
And Pasley got caught at the end of that play, just on the hip of the offense.
That was a strong move from smallest man on the floor. Tavon Downey listed at 5'7". Got to hit your free throws. Ooh, lost it. Little speed wobble, yeah. Isaac bailed him out with the foul call. Could've
Yeah,
been
he
over
definitely
and back.
pushed. He
Yep.
definitely pushed him. Ethan knew exactly where he was. He wasn't walking out of walking over the backcourt there. Cosley taking a little bit of a breather here. Matthew Green in the game. And I spoke earlier about Jervon Davis changing up his body. Matthew Green's in the exact same boat. Different guy from when we saw last year. A little more pep in his step. Green gets the rebound and playing with it a little bit too much.
Wide open. Okoye, you want with a little rim visit and finish.
Illegal screen called here on Scotty Austin.
Told you these were two evenly matched squads. Just a 1-point lead for GTA Prep. They arrived yesterday, drove all the way in from the Toronto area. As I hear Marcus Eaton working the officials.
Good D by Robinson, keeping a hand out. Green thought about it, good choice.
Nice move once again. Benjamin Iziagu looking to follow in his older brother's footsteps to the NC2A.
He's got that drop step on lock.
GTA Prep working it around. Iziagu kind of patrolling the baseline, but that zone. Ooh, picked off. That was Rayvon Young. Downey. Man, he can really get to the rim. Snakes his way in there using that diminutive frame. Stepped on the baseline, going back the other way. Really good flow to this first quarter. It's just been nonstop. You're going to hear some booming voices from these sidelines. Different pitch. Marcus Eaton, a little bit more excitable. One of the youngest coaches in the league. And then on the other side, you're not going to mistake David Cooper's voice at any point. At the line. Yours, Michael John.
Oh, we're already in the bonus.
Only minute 19 left in this quarter. Just flown past.
Right now. Excuse me. Who's here 11? Who's here 11? Who's here? Hey! Who's here? Wake up!
Ooh, that's a foul. Where are we going? Yeah, Iziagu on the hook. Oh, sorry. It's D'Andre Reddick.
Didn't expect to see him that far in the post, did you?
Well, I thought, well, I guess it makes sense why he picked up that foul then. It's these GTA Prep, these brand new unis. Trying to get used to where the jersey numbers are. Looking nice out there, and Halifax Prep has always brought the style from their unis. Ooh, that was short from the minute he started bringing it up to the release. But Halifax Prep, they're always going to battle, and they're going to get it back. Ooh, jumping in, almost coming up with it. GTA Prep's gonna have to get it over half. They do. Michael John. Pull up from 3, no good. Big rebound. Lual brings it down. Really liking Tavon Downey. He is lightning quick out there. Halifax Prep always has that small point guard that can just get end to end in the blink of an eye. But Downey very much under control.
Matthew Green picking up that last foul. You know, I complimented him earlier on saying what a good job he's done with his body. I think the next step for him is getting his foot speed up, really getting on a skipping rope so that he's not beat that easily coming down the sideline.
.50 left in this opening quarter.
Oh, they're on a 3-on-2, had a little bit of an advantage for a split second.
Just can't get the rules. These rims not being friendly to GTA Prep right now. Halifax Prep has a game on them already in this session. Downey, that was short.
And Reddick's doing a really good job considering they don't have a lot of post presence. He's doing a good job boxing out and sealing.
Ooh, that is a hard fall.
Tough take. He's fortunate to be getting to the line.
Matt Green cashes it. Shot clock should be off, but it's 10 seconds left in the quarter. Halifax. You're not going to hear an argument there from Coach Cooper. He saw the foul as well.
And a foul that far away from the rim, never one that you want. You're just letting them get away with stuff, especially when they're in this bonus situation.
Coach Cooper just explained to him, you're making it an easy call if you hold on to that jersey. Wow. Neither of those had a chance, but Halifax Prep is all over it. Wow. That is a very, very tough foul to swallow.
Definitely not the one you want.
3 shots to end the first quarter here. Three shots right now. Dejan Simmons at the line. This is perfect opportunity for GTA Prep. Pad that lead after the first quarter. They just started up their 3-game session schedule. And that's big. GTA Prep with the lead after the first quarter. We'll be back after a short break.
Talk to them. You came back, come on.
Joshua Houghton spiking it home, showing he can elevate. Once again, Houghton into the trees, off glass.
There you saw a little bit of Manyang Tong, one of Alberta's finest at Edge Prep. You'll be seeing him later in the year in the Western session as well as the Central session, where everyone's going to be in Ottawa. Highly anticipated event. Lots of U Sports and NCAA coaches will be in attendance for that one.
Great officiating out here thus far during this session. It's funny to see head coach David Cooper remembering all these officials from his playing and coaching days, trying to get on their good side. Whoa, big time block. Chris Ogie, and back the other way, they turn it into 2. Rayvon Young.
I love how
Defense
Rayvon
offense.
gets out, man. I love how he gets out in transition. If you see him making a run down the wing, make sure that you get it to him or set him up for a lead pass so he's chasing it down. You just toss it up, he'll get it.
So many interesting pieces for this Halifax prep squad. It's going to be interesting to see how they come together. I have to say that they definitely have a great team mentality, though, and I think that starts from the top with Ming Folahan and their head coach Marcus Eaton. But they were all down in the hotel today eating together as a team.
I saw them go down when I was having my second breakfast of the day.
Was that between your workouts?
You got it.
Nice basket.
DeAndre Reddick, high off the glass.
Downey. Sorry, it's Trayvon Hamilton. Tough pass. Turning it into 2. Back the other way. DeAndre Reddick. Timeout on the floor. GTA Prep start off the second quarter strong. We'll be back.
Game. This is not a game. Don't waste your time. This is not for everybody, so you got to make a decision by the end of today if this is really what you want. Okay, I'm a 5'8" Arab kid, comes from a low-income family. My family was on welfare when we came up. Nobody expected us to be have North Pole hoops in the position that we're in. But everyone that said no saw how hard we grinded and just beat down walls. So now, if you're not going to waste your time, your parents' time, your coaches, don't waste mine either. Because I fought for everything that I've got. And if you want it bad enough, I'm telling you, fight for it. Are we all on the same page?
Look around the room, someone you don't know is watching you, and someone's gonna talk about you after this, and you want them to be able to say the right thing.
Shout out Tristan Jones. Providing all your multimedia needs here on the stream, and their highlights going out, and also much respect to Josh Doler. If you're following along on Instagram stories, I think the kids call it, Doler is bringing you everything from out here at the East National Session. Ooh, a little too much flash on that pass. Michael John gets after it. 3, no good. Michael John has been all over the floor. One of those new players that we haven't seen trying to make an impact in his NPA debut on the live stream. And there he is again. No good. And look, he's right after it again, and liking the grinder out there.
Yeah, these second and third chances are all starting with him.
Give it another. GTA Prep Got to capitalize eventually. They come down with another offensive board.
And that's their 4th possession in this sequence.
Got to capitalize. Dribble off the foot, getting after it.
Down to 12 seconds on the shot clock.
And he stepped out of bounds. 4 offensive rebounds, and they step out of bounds on the sidelines. It's amazing in that minute and a half there, neither coach is going to be happy at what came out of that.
Can't score off of 4 possessions? Can't rebound defensively? Come on now.
Jaron Johnson, pull-up jumper, no good. Yep, easy foul call. Trevon Davis thought for a second to argue it.
No. Yo, watch the second guy go to the net. Watch the big one to the net.
A lot of interchangeable pieces for both of these teams.
Oh. That was a great play on both sides. Great pass, took it up strong, but Joshua Houghton rising to meet at the peak and sending it back. Halifax Prep trying to take advantage of that length. Can't get it to go.
There's Houghton. Cookies. Good timing, giving it up. Jaron Johnson coming up with a steal. Here he is in transition.
Wow, Jaron Johnson has really improved his finishing at the rim. Very good on those angles. Foul called. Just over 3 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Dondre Reddick ready to trigger it in here from the inbounds. Up top, yours, Michael John. Oh, nice pass. Hey, the NPA is obviously about getting kids to the highest level, and we love the high-level talent we have, but I think we were talking last night, what I think the NPA can really strive on as well as these lesser-known players that really have an opportunity to make a name for themselves, practicing against high-level players, getting their game to go up, and then obviously playing against high level. And I mean, a player like yours, Michael John, right now is a perfect example. Didn't see him until today, and I've seen in 5 minutes right there some incredibly strong fundamental play. And you see why he's getting big minutes in this first half.
Also love the fact that he's not afraid to get on the floor for those loose balls, those 50-50 balls. You want guys who are willing to sacrifice their body for it.
Not playing scared, that's for sure. I think Ogie got away with a push in the back right there. Easy Agu getting after it, but can't corral. GTA Prep's going to get it back, but yeah, they're going to have to fix the shot clock down to 22. You know, and the one thing GTA Prep, they don't give you much time when they get it up the court. They don't want you to try to set up your D. Michael John banks it in. Did he call it? Counts either way. Another nice finish at the rim. These teams just going up and down, back and forth. We were excited about this matchup from the beginning. Johnson, steal, finish. Jaron Johnson has bounced back from one of the poorest games I've ever seen him play in the NPA. A very solid start to this one.
When you're in rhythm, you're a completely different player. You know, he started on the bench for the last one. As you mentioned, he had missed a practice, and coach was kind of, you know, making sure that everyone's held accountable for that.
Look at the battle. You know, foul's eventually going to get called. But I was saying about one thing we know about Coach Cooper teams, right? They always seem to improve game by game, month by month. And we saw that last year with GTA Prep. You know, a team that at the beginning of the year battled with injuries. I believe it was Houghton who was out with that knee injury for about half of the game. Sorry, half of the season. Slowly built and built and built. And then before you know it, they find themselves in the national championship game against Canada Top Flight Academy where they came up short. But this team and this program is one that just builds consistently throughout the year. Oh! That could have been nasty. Tripped up going back the other way as Lual. Ooh, that's silky smooth from range.
I really like the pace that GTA is playing with. They're not allowing the defense to set up. They're getting the ball ahead, and they're playing unselfish. The ball's really moving.
That was Nadian Simmons from downtown. Foul on the floor. I am loving the flow of this game.
Rayvon Young able to catch and blow by. It's tough to stay in front of a guy like that. He's got a really good first step, and he starts in a very low position. I think that's, you know, that's what's most important. A lot of players don't start in that dipped position. When you start that low, it allows you to blow by and have more consistent power and momentum.
Looking at Michael John trying to figure out who he reminds me of, and obviously early on I can't have comparisons with skill level, but just, you know, the way he kind of holds himself out on the court, kind of like an Aiden Warnholtz. Gets up defensively, battles for everything. Warnholtz, sorry, from downtown, Muntu checking in, the lefty. Warnholtz now at Carleton. Had a really good preseason for that squad. Warnholtz was our NPA Academic Athlete of the Year in Season 2. An instrumental part of the back-to-back championships for Canada Top Flight Academy. We're coming to this season once again a favorite to win. Graduated some key players though, so it'll be interesting to see what head coach Tony House can do with that program. You know, GTA Prep being undersized had the battle for every rebound. Nice defense there. Took the body and then got in and tried to poke it away. Simmons. More good D, and Lual missed the jumper. Nice rebound, basket in the bump. Going to the line for the three-point play. McCoy Uat. And Uat had that halfway down before it popped back out. Halifax Prep making the most off that pressure.
And the guards on the guards on the floor right now for GTA.
Whoa. Stick back jam. Timeout. As Halifax Prep has got it together. Don't look now, they're up 2. These guys live off this energy.
One hand jam.
Seeing is believing. Create your very own mixtape that showcases your top highlights and skills. And strengthen your recruiting status with a direct video for coaches and scouts. Available at all NPH covered and hosted events nationwide. Email mdotto@northpolehoops.com for any inquiries and special filming requests. Exposure starts here.
NPH National Showcase Circuit. From the grassroots level to the pros, a system has been developed through the National Showcase.
Coach Cooper with a animated timeout. That full court pressure causing problems, but GTA Prep gets out of it. Houghton and Reddick, a little give and go. Houghton with it now. Najai and Simmons back up top. Simmons again. He's gonna launch. I'm gonna guess Luol got just a piece of that, as that was well off the mark. Muntu. Lefty, lefty. Ooh, couldn't finish. Full speed ahead the other way. Najai and Simmons. Oh, everyone forgot about Muntu. Cooper is emptying the bench right now. He has seen enough. Jaron Johnson just surrounded by GTA Prep players on the sidelines here ready to check in.
And the guys that are on the court know they're coming off right now. Know that they're sleeping on defense.
No one called out that screen. GTA Prep still learning to play with each other a little bit right now. Oh, diving in for the steal. That's going to help their coach a little bit. Into the corner. Simmons, no good. And that Halifax Prep height creating problems right now on the glass. They don't want to whistle. They want to keep these guys on the floor as long as possible. Save. It's the thing when you have 5 guys come on the floor, you don't have to call out who you're taking off. You're all gone. Coach Cooper didn't even want to talk to him when they came off. But having said all this, GTA Prep still up 2. Oh. Could have been an over and back. Ooh, nice little crossover. No good. Matthew Green. Michael John. Can't drop it. Coming down with it is Matt Green again. Ooh, waited too long on that pass and it was picked off. Tightly contested first half here between the East versus West budding rivalry. Michael John missed his first 2 from range, cashes the third.
I'm liking this new kid. Building a reputation for himself very quickly and early in the season. You got to have your hands up on that one.
Look at Matt Green gets right into him. Sorry, Javon Davis got right up to him and said, great job. He's seeing everything we're seeing as well. We're in the bonus now. And this GTA Prep squad is competing. You can just see it in their eyes. Showing up yesterday at around 4 o'clock, was able to catch one of the games. I think they were a little hungry to get on the floor. And tomorrow they're going to have 2 on the docket. Big day tomorrow, 5 games. Everybody's in action, some playing 2. They're going to need everybody on the roster. You hear from the Halifax Prep sideline, what are we running here? So Jared Johnson starts barking out the orders. Youat up top. Tavon Downey. Ooh. Good battle. Jump ball. Both these teams battling for every inch out there. It's everything that we expected this first half. Low scoring from solid defense. Oh, I think he got caught between throwing an alley and throwing a bounce pass. Jaron Johnson, smart move not throwing that pass.
And he's got his head on a swivel. He sees the entire floor. Made the right decision there. What I love about Jaron is he could play on and off the ball. He could be your primary ball handler, your setup guy, or he could be a bona fide scorer as an option on the wing. The young Ezeagu checking back in. We saw some pretty solid moves from him. A drop step and a spin move in the lane earlier.
Can we call him Young Easy?
Yeah, I'm with that name. Let's just set it straight from now so that we can stick with it. Young Easy. Media team, if you're watching, get that down in your notebook. We'll discuss this on Monday.
Push him back the other way. Ooh, that was a strong finish. Nathan Virgin.
I think this is a good test for GTA Prep, and Coach Cooper sending a message to his starting five.
Big time shot from the little man. That was Tavon Downey from downtown, and they got chance. Jaron Johnson. What a turn of events here in the final minutes. Halifax Prep looking to finish it strong. That is a great finish to the half for the Sevens. They have themselves a 4-point lead at the break. Stay with us. We'll be back after halftime. Third quarter action coming at you.
Loads of potential. Kobe McEwen. He defended a lot of the top guys in this camp. That player is Jalen Warren. All the way. Here, good walk. Give it up. Jalen Llewellyn, MVP.
So across the country, we've been able to go to every city and really get guys better, and then watch them compete and tell the country, about how good they are. And you're going to be more proud to be a part of all of that. Kids are getting better. Kids are getting exposure. It's awesome.
This event is fantastic. I think you guys, North Pole Hoops, does a tremendous service for basketball in this country. And talking with Kyle Julius, my brother, we never had this when we were growing up. We never had the exposure camps, and I think it's something that people need to start to look at and take advantage of, because regardless if you're the best kid at that camp, you're going to get noticed. And I think that's something that these kids need to understand. And guys to go across the country and do these events, it's a tremendous thing.
I think what you guys are doing here in Quebec is putting us on the map, so to speak. I think it's, as far as my responsibility, I want to get the word out there, especially with my affiliation with the national team, as to where we can make our players here in Quebec even more exposed, more noticeable. And what you guys at North Pole Hoops are doing is creating that opportunity.
A competitive person competes for a player or two, right? Competes. But a competitor always tries to find a way to win.
when we're talking top prospects across the country, it doesn't matter if you're the top guy in Ontario, because now you have to be the top guy in Canada. And then it doesn't matter that you're the top guy in Canada, because the States has 350 million people.
I like seeing all you guys' hands go up when you talk about NCAA. Because a lot of times from here, we don't believe. That's the only thing that it is just believing. You know, you guys have the talent and just the work ethic, and you guys can all put it in today.
Ici, il y a un écran sur la balle, ils disent switch. Il y a un deuxième écran sur la balle, ils disent rien. Pull-up jumper wide open.
I think it would be easier to get recognized because of North Pole Hoops. You know, you guys are out there recognizing, identifying people because you know that there are diamonds in the rough. Back then, because of the national team, it was easy to get exposure. So if I could have the access to exposure that the kids get now, I think I would have seen my opportunity in a different way. I wouldn't have been as afraid of the opportunity. Not necessarily afraid, but I would have known more about the opportunity, known the value of the opportunity, known even the end game of the opportunity. If I knew if the climate was the same now as it was then.
I don't care if it's 4:30 left and we're up by 100. Do you hear me? You play one way and that's hard. Got me? Yeah. Let's go.
Right here. Foul! And one. Let's go, boy! I'm about precision. If you can't be precise, you can't play.
Reach. Smooth. Flow. I'm 6'9", 270. I can do it lightly. You guys should be able to.
Every single one of you guys in this gym. It's about competing and seeing where you are to know, all right, I'm leaving camp, I know what I gotta work on.
If I'm evaluating a prospect and he can't play defense, you know what that tells me? That tells me I can't trust him. I can't trust you if you don't play defense.
Tell him, space out, move. You gotta direct the show, okay? Right. And you gotta keep go get it. If he's not here, ball. Communicate, right? That's next level stuff.
It speaks on the community's involvement as well. There's a lot of people that help, and you know what? That's what really North Pole Hoops is all about. It's about continuing to build culture, continuing to build community within the game, and you know, helping the game elevate here in this country.
We want to invest into the game. We want to work with the community, and we feel that it's extremely important to work together as a community, from high school coaches to club coaches to different stakeholders. It's extremely important to work together. As we always say, it takes a village to raise a child. We really believe that, and we want to execute that.
Loads of potential. Kobe McEwen. He defended a lot of the top guys in this camp.
And you know, that'll help send you in the right direction.
Those guys are here from 7 in the morning training because they want it. Let your game talk, right? That's what game speaks means.
2, 3, game speaks.
We've seen lives change in a matter of 1 weekend. It's all on you. It's not a game. This is not a game. Don't waste your time. This is not for everybody. So you got to make a decision by the end of today if this is really what you want. Okay? I'm a 5'8" Arab kid, comes from a low-income family. My family was on welfare when we came up. Nobody expected us to be have North Pole Hoops in the position that we're in. But everyone that said no saw how hard we grinded and just beat down walls. So now if you're not going to waste your time, your parents' time, your coaches, don't waste mine either. Because I fought for everything that I've got. And if you want it bad enough, I'm telling you, fight for it. Are we all on the same page?
Look around the room, someone you don't know is watching you, and someone's gonna talk about you after this, and you know, you want them to be able to say the right thing, and you know, that'll help send you in the right direction.
Those guys are here from 7 in the morning training because they want it. Let your game talk, right? That's what game speaks means. 2, 3, game speaks. We've seen lives change in a matter of 1 weekend. All on you.
It's in finishing.
Tynes from deep. Tynes, triple. He's on the left side, finishes with his right hand, able to just get enough on it.
Man, Kellen Tynes, the court vision on this kid is on another level.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
And there's Tynes again, Caleb Suey.
He split a pair of defenders, finessed his way around another that was looking to draw a charge, finished with a nice kiss off the window.
Great body control.
Talk to them. He came back, come on.
Joshua Houghton spiking it home, showing he can elevate.
Halifax Prep waiting for GTA.
Quite the turn of events, quite the switch of momentum. Halifax really taking care of business to end the second half, put the pressure on full court. And GTA unable to get it up the court. We'll see if they've made the adjustments here coming into the second.
It's a 4-point lead for Halifax Prep as we start up the final 20 minutes of the second of 3 games. Muntu coming out of the locker room ready to fire. Back the other way. Oh, Great Euro step, but no finish. As Finland is in Europe, if you're following my lead, folks, if anybody's listening to me, Elias, Tristan, any of you watching at home, how about shout out Edge taking us in out in Calgary watching this game, doing some prep for the Ottawa session.
I think it's one of the most valuable tools for a team to be sitting together, studying opponents, getting themselves ready, or they just want to hear our voice, one or the other. Huffman told me he just wants to hear our voice, so I'm going to go with that one.
Our reigning NPA Coach of the Year, Adam Huffman. A gem, as Elias would say. Shout out Fofo out of Falarna-Datagan, who is, I'm sure, battling it out right now with Kellen Tynes as the early leader in the NPA scoring race. Kellen got out to a hot start with a 40-point game, but Fo averaged, I think it was right around 30 a game in that Winnipeg session. Corner threes, cash, money, Najai and Simmons.
Yeah, both of those guys, Kellen Tynes and Fofo Tadogan, have really stepped it up. They're just different this year. I mean, on Fofo's side, dropped a whole bunch of weight, good weight. Like, he just leaned up. His first step's a lot quicker. He's going more north-south. He's finishing at the rim with authority, and then Kellen just continues to improve his efficiency. I think those are two of the top guards in the entire league. And then, of course, there's Jacoby Neath, who's been a monster.
Stick back jam. Koyuat. And then he's on the other end, sending it back, but the travel call happened first.
Jervon Davis thought he was James Harden for a second. You can't get away with those over here, young fella. 2 steps max. And now they included the zero step. Oh yeah, can't forget the zero step.
Glad I'm not out here reffing these games. Trying to keep up to it myself, and keeps my head spinning. Muntu gets in, kicks out. No good. Push him back the other way. Oh, Janai and Simmons almost picked it up. Instead, he picks up the foul. Nice finish. Joshua Houghton.
Love that. Love that out of Joshua Houghton. Starting to get a little chirpy between Halifax Prep and Jervon Davis down in the post. Joshua wants to make sure that he keeps his guys in check. When you take your focus off of the game and onto your opponent, everything just goes downhill from there.
It's one of the biggest challenges at this age level, keeping that competitive fire contained.
See, but we saw that with Jacoby. Jacoby Neath is really good at getting mentally into the heads of his opponent, but without having to turn up or show out or, make it even seem to the referees that he's doing that. You just got to be wise about it. It is a psychological aspect of the game that can play to your advantage, but
it's a skill.
You got to know what you're doing, yeah.
Just the same way an intangible is to be able to contain your emotions, it's another intangible to be able to get into your opponent's head without getting to the point where, it is over the top and it's resulting in a technical foul.
Or it being visible at all.
Yeah. Here we go, GTA Prep. They do this so well, but so many times they've gotten down the court without the ball hitting the floor, but haven't been able to finish. Just going at it. Tavon Downey just doesn't seem to stop when he's out there. When we hit Ottawa for that 13-team session, we're going to have a lot of West versus East, some great matchups there. We're going to see teams like Edge taking on teams like this from Halifax Prep. Only in the NPA will you see that. A team from as far west as Calgary taking on a team from as far east as you can go in Halifax. And I think all these players appreciate that. Back the other way. Passley, who had a nice stretch earlier in the game. Strong move, but stronger send back. Youat. Great play on both ends of the floor. Strong take, sent back the other way, stepping in for the charge. And you hear head coach Cooper saying thank you. Haven't seen an awful lot of that in this game as of yet. Stepping in, taking the charge. We've seen a lot of offense in this session. Very nice to see a defensive battle as well. Back to the inbounder. Prep, GTA Prep looking to break this press. Want to shout out a couple of other expansion teams as well. Saskatoon Basketball Academy, I know, was very impressive out there in the Winnipeg divisional session.
Oh, they're coming ready to go. Cole Newkirk, he's a problem this year.
Couple of kids on that squad, very impressive. And just the compete level so high. Head coach Sean Tyson bringing his boys every game. You know that they're going to battle. And the host for that divisional session, North Star Preparatory, also set the highlight reels ablaze, went viral a little bit there with some big-time spikes.
Malachi Alexander showed he could really get up amongst the guards. Had a huge dunk against the Saskatoon big man.
I know head coach Darren Leonard felt his team could have came out with at least one win out of those two games, but came up on the losing end. I know they battled foul trouble and were without one of their key players, so they were down a man as it was, and the foul trouble didn't help. And then we also have Oakville Prep, who have yet to play an NPA game this season, but they will be opening up their season on Halloween night at Haber Community Center in Burlington, as they will be playing GTA Prep, who you're seeing right here, take on Halifax Prep. Ooh, foul there in Oakville Prep. You know, since we're out here in the Maritimes, they have their own East Coast connection with head coach Carice Downey. As we see out there right now, Tavon Downey pick up the foul. And they have some Preston kids on that squad.
That North Preston area has been developing talent for ages, and man, I'm a full believer in that community, for what they stand for how tight-knit they are. They're going to be producing talent for days to come.
Shout out all the Prestons, North Preston, East Preston, West and South. And one of the big additions to the NPA this year as well on that Oakville Prep squad, never mind. You can interrupt all you want. Big time throwdown once again. Okoye. And another nice finish. This Halifax Prep squad is athletic. Behind the back dribble. Fake the pass. Once again, can't finish, but they come right back up with it. Coach Cooper just throws his hands up. His boys are scrapping out there, just can't seem to finish the chippies. But yes, I was so rudely interrupted there by Okoye throwing it down, but just wanted to shout out Jordan Prasad, who's joined the National Preparatory Association, returning from the U.S. prep circuit area, and very excited to see what he can bring. Houghton got tripped up.
And Prasad, one of the highest IQ guards in the game. definitely welcome to the league. With scores around him, man, that guy just drops dimes.
As a first-year program, that Oakville Prep squad trying to come together as a team, I know.
And director of the program, Melvin's got it going on. I mean, I love how organized their whole situation is. I think they're going to flourish pretty quickly.
Yeah, Melvin Brown, a great addition to this league as a program director, CEO, and owner of Oakville Prep, coming into this with a solid 5-7-year plan. They're going to take some lumps. There's Youat again. It's going to be tough to keep this kid off the glass, Youat.
And last year, Casey Izagu kind of ran the show in terms of rebounding numbers. This year, you can expect Youat among those guys.
But like many of our squads in your first-year program, you're going to take your lumps in the NPA. There's no easy games, that's for sure. But everybody's in this building for the future, building the league, building the sport in Canada, and of course, building their own individual programs. Jaron Johnson getting after it on the glass, but GTA Prep comes out with it. Yeah, that's going to be a travel call. Downey. Oh, Youat. Almost putting a man on a poster. Foul instead.
And I bet the teams that are watching back home right now are learning a thing or two about this Halifax Prep program. It's a completely different identity and makeup of personnel. You're dealing with a different beast this year from Halifax Prep. The Crestwood boys coming into the gym, they've been dominating. They play the host team, RNS, which should be quite a challenge for RNS, but those guys are some fighters, and I think they match up somewhat, but you know, Crestwood, I think, has a little bit of an advantage from a size perspective.
It's going to be a tough game. We expect a jam-packed gym. Everybody wanting to obviously support RNS locally here, but also wanting to come out and see this Crestwood crew. Oh, nice take. GTA Prep gang rebounding to try to make up for it. That size advantage that they're giving up. Oh, that's deep. Ooh, got away with a pull on the foul there, I think. No call. Sent back by Young Easy.
And he's picking up right after, ooh.
That's a couple of times now.
Collision there on the knee. Josh is one of the toughest guys out there. Just bounces back up, walks it off. You know, there's sometimes guys hit the deck and they just sit there and act and want that pat on the back. And, you know, sometimes they're legitimately hurt.
Yep.
But with a kid like that, like, there's that initial pain when the contact happens, but he bounces back up and he doesn't want to show moments of weakness. I really appreciate that about Josh Houghton.
Sometimes there's some truth to the don't give it time to hurt mentality.
Yeah.
Get back up, keep going. If it's an obvious
still
injury,
stinging, you're going to come off.
You're going to feel it. Nice little matchup here between Downey and Passley. Meanwhile, on the floor, Wesley Hamilton for the first time today for GTA Prep.
I love that scoop pass from Jaron Johnson. As soon as he beats the defender and gets the second one to commit to him, easy dish. You might hear through my microphone Coach Cooper asking the referee to watch the contact.
But I like the referee's response. I didn't see anything down there, but I might have missed one. It's amazing what just an honest conversation can do.
This kid's been impressive. Class of 2019, 6'7", Uwat.
Foul called.
Now, Uwat's naturally a small forward, playing the power forward for these guys out of necessity until Ali's ready. Ali Ragab, class of 2020, 7-footer. They haven't really got an opportunity to really test him. We don't know if we'll see him. We'll see much of him in this event, but hope to see him soon. That he's got a really high upside.
Checking in with the scorers table. Four-point lead here. Well, they figure out the foul situation. We're just going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
NPH Scouting Service. The NPH Scouting Service is another platform for exposure with a network of over 300 coaches and scouts from some of the most recognizable brands and programs. Our scouts are constantly evaluating talent to ensure accuracy and credibility. NPH Events. There's an opportunity to get involved at the ground level. NPH hosts elite level high school tournament.
We're back. Joshua Houghton hit the first two. Wesley Hamilton D'ing up. Trayvon Hamilton. Ooh, that was a carry or a double dribble and went uncalled. Halifax Prep gets it back. Ooh, Jaron Johnson has it on a string. Couldn't turn it into any penetration though. Outlet. Ooh, Houghton was looking to smash it. Foul called instead. You see this GTA Prep coaching staff really working hard with Benjamin Iziagu. Young, talented, long kid. And I think the basic message being sent there is, you're our biggest player, we need you to box out. GTA Prep. Oh, little push off. Uwat comes down with it twice, goes back up. Boy, Uwat, there is no answer for his length right now on the offensive glass. Wesley Hamilton threw it behind his intended player. No good. Coming down with it to the wall. Jaron Johnson back the other way. Muntu. Cross-court pass. 6 on the shot clock. Lual, baseline, gets it to go. Lead's getting pushed up. Halifax Prep up 6. Hamilton, 3 ball, that's what he's gonna come in and do. Back the other way, Muntu protects the ball with the body and finishes off glass.
Transition defense been killing GTA. This is what they got to review when they watch the game film. after they make a bucket, guys got to get ready to go back the other way.
Wesley Hamilton passing it off. No foul, no finish. Back the other way. The wall. Back up top, Muntu triggering the offense. Definitely got a size advantage there on Hamilton. Hamilton D'ing him up. Muntu. In the corner, Uat's been doing his damage from in close. Tries to do something from range, can't get it to go. Got 45 seconds left here in the third quarter. Passley behind the back. Into the corner. 3. No good. Offensive rebound, man. GTA Prep not catching any breaks. Muntu back the other way. It is back and forth here in Rothsay, New Brunswick. Great game here. .22 on the shot clock, 24 on the game clock. Two-second, nope. Shot clock reset. And refs are gonna come back down. Yeah, it was a 2-second difference, game clock, shot clock. They're gonna reset that. Passley working down the clock. Remember, it's FIBA, so clock's not going to shut off after a made basket.
I like how Halifax is opting to stay home here, protecting the paint. Someone fell asleep there.
Who is it again? Joris Michael John has been where you want him to be at every time. 5-point lead right now for Halifax Prep. We're in for a solid fourth quarter. Stay with us. We'll be back.
That one hurt on the inside.
Here's Mr. O'Clock right down the lane with the slab. It's in running. Here's a caught.
Euro step.
Caught dancing on him.
Ooh, wow.
Wow.
Another one.
Fourth quarter coming your way between GTA Prep and Halifax Prep. And we got one more coming your way at 7 o'clock local time. The home team, the host squad, RNS, will be playing Crestwood, who will be playing their second game of the day. Five-point lead for Halifax Prep. Passley with the steal. Nice dish. Houghton avoided the contact, but almost had too much speed going with him.
Second deflection for Ethan Passley. Here's Reddick.
He missed a couple like that. I'm sure that feels good. Out of bounds, back the other way.
And Muntu wanted to take advantage of the transition game. Just a little too much oomph on it. Wonder if oomph is in the dictionary.
UMPH, I would guess. Michael John back up top, Pasley. Running off the screen. Houghton gets into the lane. Floater game is off point. Our cameraman Stefan gets swallowed up there by Rayvon Young. Young hits the first. I think the largest lead of this game has maybe been 7. As advertised, solid matchup. Jumper, no good.
It's been a tight one, but Halifax has hung on to a small lead for the majority of the second half. Number 11 in the black, Rayvon Young's got a lot of minutes in the second half, and deservingly so. He's been great defensively and really getting out in transition.
Jaron Johnson. Oh, that's a crowning. Put it on a card, Chris Ogie.
Class of 2020, 6'6" forward. Haven't seen a lot of his perimeter game, but I like what I'm seeing inside.
Again. Ooh, Ogie lost it on his way up. Didn't get bailed out by the foul call, but they go right back and clean up the mess. Stop. Well off. There's quite a wind out today here in New Brunswick, but don't think we can blame it on that air ball. Johnson triggering the offense, waiting for Lual to come out. Oh, behind the back. Almost lost it. Corner 3. Got it to go. Joshua Houghton. GTA Prep back to within 6. $7:17 to go. Sorry, that was Reddick. Back up top, Michael John. Pump fake, gets it back into the corner. Joshua Houghton starting to warm up from downtown. Timeout on the floor. Stay with us, GTA Prep battling back.
Everyone has their story. What's yours? Were you born with the ball in your hands? Or were you a late bloomer? Are you a dead-eye shooter? Or a high flyer?
Throws up an alley-oop! All elbow! Williams!
Are you a leader? Or an elite role player? North Pole Hoops wants to know, what's your story?
It's not a game. This is not a game. Don't waste your time. This is not for everybody. So you got to make a decision by the end of today if this is really what you want. Okay? I'm a 5'8" Arab kid, comes from a low-income family. My family was on welfare when we came up. Nobody expected us to be have North Pole Hoops in the position that we're in. But everyone that said no saw how hard we grinded and just beat down walls. So now, if you're not going to waste your time, your parents' time, your coaches, don't waste mine either. Because I fought for everything that I've got. And if you want it bad enough, I'm telling you, fight for it. Are we all on the same page?
It's a very, very hard-fought game. Just going into one of the timeouts there's just a small shove that the refs picked up on and called a tease, so giving a point back. But I mean, Josh Houghton just caught fire from both corners, hitting back-to-back threes.
And that's probably the most developed area of his game. He really took the summer to work on all of his guard skills, his ball handling, his three-point shooting from all angles.
GTA Prep has battled back. They're down 4. This team is so scrappy. They give up a lot of height, but they're never going to be outworked. And there we go again. Pasley stepping in for the steal. Lost it out of bounds, but it went off Halifax Prep. Michael John, inbounds, Pasley. Every year GTA Prep brings a squad that there's a couple of hidden gems, and you can already see them here on this squad. Houghton again, no good.
And Reddick got away with the foul there.
Oh, Michael John tried to get the charge, but they danced around him, and there for the putbacks, Cristo Ogudo. Oh, 3, no good.
Take another second to set up your feet. That was off balance for Reddick. Rushed into it. In a 6-point game right now, in the fourth quarter, every possession matters. You got to look for high percentage situations.
6-point lead, Halifax Prep.
Excuse me, ref. Let's meet you for a second.
Missing the first.
Right.
Things are getting a little chippy down there. It's amazing what happens in a tight game. 7-point lead. I think the largest lead has been 9. Halifax Prep has really been able to use their athleticism and length to keep GTA Prep at bay, but you just have this feeling that GTA Prep is one little run away from taking the lead right back, and this guy has been all over the floor. Pasley, nice pump fake. Michael John swinging it around. Houghton, back to Michael John. Yep, that negative step along the baseline, stepped out of bounds. Ooh. Nice handles, but nowhere to go. And Jaron Johnson falls on his way in.
Oh, you bailed him out. Bailed him out big time. He had nowhere to go with that one.
Now Giant Simmons checking back into the game. Just getting up to the midway point of the fourth quarter. GTA Prep and keep it back. Big change, Janian Simmons, from yesterday to today. He's been saddled with some foul trouble. Travel call. Andrew Robinson found himself in the corner. Muntu running off the screen. Ooh, little trip. Incidental contacts, really nice passing right there, and a finish by Rayvon Young. Halifax Prep finishing strong on this day.
And Rayvon has proven that he can move really well without the ball in his hands, just finds gaps in the defense and attacks.
There you go. We saw Houghton just seems to float as he rises up for those threes, but more often than not gets it to go.
The mechanics on Houghton's shots aren't typical and aren't, I guess, ideal, but it goes.
Hey, stop dribbling. Just grab the ball.
6 has 4.
And look for the outlet.
Really close to a 5-second there. Young just coughed it up. Houghton back the other way. Pull-up jumper, no good. Offensive rebound, there hasn't been many of those for GTA Prep. Travel in the paint.
The guys just got to get it back out and reset early. Can't hang on to it for too long.
GTA Prep just haven't been able to get over that hump in this game. Young looking for Uwat. Gets down low to him. Nothing there on the cut. Uwat, that is out of his range, isn't it? Excuse me.
Is it though?
Leads at 10. 3:25 to go. Muntu saying, let's calm it down. Halifax Prep nursing this lead. Young, call for the travel. Young getting after it on D. That's a big shot. I have liked everything I've seen from Ethan Pasley today.
He can get it done, man. I think he's got to be their primary ball handler, and you got to let him set up the offense.
It's funny, you know, we talk about the similarities GTA prep season to season, and I mean, Hafith Moalen is a guy last year that knew nothing about him coming into the season, and he ends up going and getting post-secondary education at the Canadian university level.
And actually, that's a very good comparison because both of them are excellent breakdown players. If you allow them to go one-on-one with their man, they're going to either blow by or break down and then get the defense to collapse before, you know, addition to the paint or shooting it out to the perimeter.
Hey, and he had just hit a big-time three ball that, don't look now, but GTA Prep has the ball back down 7. If there's one thing we've seen from Halifax Prep this season is closing out games has not been a strong point. They blew a 15-point lead late in the game against RNS to just hold on for a 1-point win. Uwat, he has been doing big-time work on that end of the floor. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. Free throws are going to be big for Uwat this season. He's going to find himself at the line consistently.
He's active on the boards, man. He just gets himself in good positions.
Plays a lot of minutes, too. That doesn't seem to tire that easily.
Deservingly so.
Ooh, that would have been painful for GTA Prep.
Good look in the corner.
Ooh.
Just rushed the shot.
I think the bench thought that one was going in. Leads at 8. It's a big-time possession right here. Ooh, Muntu picked up the dribble. Never a good look.
I think you got to help at home if you're GTA. You don't want nothing easy in the lane. Make them work for their shot.
Muntu. Nope.
Those are the ones.
Box out. And who's boxing out? The biggest man on the floor? Pasley. Ooh, tried to spike it. Probably should have just went off glass for an easy 2. Oh, and they get it right back. Every time Halifax Prep has a chance to slam the door shut, they leave it open just a crack. And I think that's why you hear head coach Marcus Eaton getting upset there on the sidelines.
I mean, with this kind of lead in under a minute and a half to go, you don't need to be rushing, going the other way in transition.
Ooh.
Jervon Davis.
Should have went right back up with it. GTA Prep needs to get on the scoreboard with this possession. 18 on the shot clock. Got bailed out there as well. I think Jervon Davis could have looked like he just threw that one directly out of bounds. Timeout on the floor. We're going to come back with the conclusion of this game. 1:06 to go. Stay with us.
Everyone has their story. What's yours? Were you born with the ball in your hands? Or were you a late bloomer? Are you a dead-eye shooter? Or a high flyer? Throws up an alley-oop! All elbow! Williams! Are you a leader? Or an elite role player? North Pole Hoops wants to know, what's your story?
Say what?
Here's Campbell, look out, one hand down.
Seeing is believing. Create your very own mixtape that showcases your top highlights and skills. And strengthen your recruiting status with a direct video for coaches and scouts. Available at all NPH covered and hosted events nationwide. Email mdotto@northpolehoops.com.
Shout out Mike Dotto.
What? Where'd that come from?
Come on, man. Mixtape commercial.
Oh. Wasn't paying attention to our screen there. I was paying attention to the fact that Okayuat has 26 points in this game.
Koyuot?
That's the one.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he's had an outstanding game, that's for sure. He is going to be playing a lot of minutes and a lot of big-time minutes for this Halifax prep squad.
One of the 6 players on this Halifax squad that's university-bound.
What a great play out of the timeout. Big-time 3, Pasley. 6-point lead under a minute to go. It's winning time, folks. Jaron Johnson down low to Uat. Wow, no help there. What an easy 2.
Christo Ugoto that time.
Sorry, Christo Ugoto.
Like the way he sealed for the entry pass.
Oh, another corner 3. Nope. And that is a Koyuot. Working on a massive double-double. Foul time for Houghton. 33 seconds to go.
And they're going straight to the line.
Vegas Evans checks in. GTA Prep wants to talk it over. Stay with us. But we'll be back 33 seconds ago.
NPH Scouting Service. The NPH Scouting Service is another platform for exposure with a network of over 300 coaches and scouts from some of the most recognizable brands and programs. Our scouts are constantly evaluating talent to ensure accuracy and credibility. North Pole Hoops hosts 3-day camps in Canada's major basketball markets that focus on exposure, skill development, and character development. Top performers go on to receive athletic scholarships in Canada and the United States. There are currently over 200 Canadian men and women playing at the NCAA Division I level. Canada's next top talents are identified at NPH's National Showcase Circuit.
Oh yeah!
GTA Prep came out of that last time out with a very quick 3. Let's see if they can do that again. They're going to need it. Stuck 10 with 33 seconds to go. And he stepped out of bounds. It's happened an awful lot, especially in that corner. Coach Cooper calling out the foul right away. And they got Muntu. Muntu got them both. Leads up to 12, under 30 seconds to go. Vegas Evans pulls up from range. Cash money out of Vegas. Turnover. Ooh, this is big. Off the mark. Fouls.
Must be in, he must have some drama courses.
Well, he was trying to help out his opponents almost. Like, they're trying to foul me. 15 seconds to go.
And just over an hour before our next game, RNS host team, who have been very gracious hosts, by the way. It's awesome being out here in New Brunswick. We'll be taking on the Crestwood Lions, who have been dominant in this session. The young buck Elijah Fisher really getting it done for the Lions. National team member and highly recruited NCAA prospect Jacoby Neath also on one.
The East Coast hospitality has been very smart move right there. Head coach Marcus Eaton calling off the dogs there instead of taking that last bucket. 93-83, Halifax Prep, your final. Stay with us. We'll be back with the nightcap in just about an hour's time.